Hello there. Now we find out that the UK government quietly handed over an extra payment of £1 billion to Brussels this year. Firstly, please subscribe and like this video to give my channel a boost. And I'm always uploading new content, so please do check back daily. And a big thanks to my Patreon and PayPal supporters. And please also check out the recently published videos on our new YouTube channel, Central Broadcast UK, link in the descriptions box below. Get this. On the very day the UK legally left the European Union, the 31st of January 2020, Brussels slipped us a bill for an extra £1.09 billion, or €1.3 billion. And in accordance with EU rules, that bill became due on the first working day of June, and the government just made the payment on the spot. Of course it did. Would you have ever thought that where the EU is concerned, the UK has done anything else but do as we're told? Given the way the trade negotiations are going and the current financial position of the UK, you'd think we'd come up with a damn good reason for keeping that money here, wouldn't you? And according to The Telegraph, the Brexit Party leader Nigel Farage responded to the news by saying, "Why has the government surrendered an important bargaining chip? Weakness never works with the EU." And Brexiteer Tory MP Andrew Bridgen said, "We have weakened our negotiating position. We should have said the cheque was in the post. Throughout Brexit, the EU has taken every advantage of playing the cad, and we accept every disadvantage of playing the gentleman." Now, I reckon there will be many people out there who also think that the UK should never have parted with that money. But that if it did have to be paid, then maybe it should come out of any money left in the foreign aid budget. That would mean we would pay £1 billion less elsewhere and have the correct budget line for payments to the EU into the bargain. But just think where else that dosh could have been spent here in the UK, what with the economic fallout from this pandemic. Now further consider that this money did not come out of the UK Treasury vault because there's nothing left in the UK Treasury vault. This extra £1 billion had to be raised on the debt markets by issuing government bonds. Then we're going to have to pay interest on that debt too. Now, this extra billion took our net payments to the EU for 2019 to 2020, including January, from the projected £9 billion to £10 billion. All because UK gross domestic product, gross national income and value-added tax take were higher than expected. And the UK just stumps up the money on demand from the EU, in the same way it seems to stump up millions and billions for any old dodgy PPE contract or their middlemen. And do you remember the ferries, hiring firms without ferries to lay on ferries for a no-deal Brexit back at the start of the year? So much for the Tories and Rishi Sunak being the party of good stewardship of the nation's purse strings. Now let's stand back and have a further think about this, shall we? It was projected that the UK would have an EU budget bill of £9 billion in the final 13 months of EU membership. But when the final figures came in, our economy had done roughly, say, about 10% better overall than predicted, so we were given a 10% higher bill. Now, what does that tell you about the predictions of the Remainers, now rejoiners? We were told that if the UK voted to leave the EU, millions would be on the dole and the UK economy would shrink by thousands of pounds per person over the following year, and the same was said about triggering Article 50 and all the rest of it. But in our final year of legal membership, when the Remainers would have you believe that every business would be decamping to the EU and taking their trade with them, the UK outperforms predictions, so owes more, what is in effect, of an EU tax to the EU on national prosperity. So when the pro-EU rabble talk about us falling off a cliff at the end of the year, are you going to believe that? Especially when you learn the UK Department of Trade under Liz Truss has signed another trade deal, this one with Justin Trudeau's Canada, so as to roll over the trade agreement we had with Canada as a member of the EU. Another move towards a seamless end to the Brexit transition phase. In a statement, the UK Department of Trade said, "The UK and Canada have locked in their existing trading relationship worth £20 billion and agreed to begin negotiating a new, more ambitious trade deal as early as next year." As well as, "Today's agreement to roll over provisions of the Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement gives certainty for UK businesses exporting goods and services to Canada worth £11.4 billion. It will support the British automotive manufacturing and food and drink industries, which between them provide jobs for more than 500,000 people across the UK. Overall, an estimated £42 million of tariff burden on UK exports has been saved." Then it pointed to the advances in trade deals that the UK has made, despite all the naysayers. Today's announcement means that in under 2 years, the UK government has agreed trade deals with 53 countries, accounting for £164 billion of UK bilateral trade. It also takes us one step closer to accession to the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership, of which Canada is a member. CPTPP is a key part of our trade negotiations programme, helping businesses secure more opportunities in 11 key Pacific markets. And on this, the campaign group BrexitFactsForEU.org tweeted, "UK has been agreeing trade deals at an average of 2.5 countries per month. EU's average in the last 60 years is 0.2 countries per month." And Brussels has had practice at this, having been negotiating trade deals for the whole EU, including the UK, for the last 40-odd years. The UK PM Boris Johnson said, "This is a fantastic agreement for Britain, which secures transatlantic trade with one of our closest allies. British businesses export everything from electric cars to sparkling wine to Canada, and today's deal will ensure that trade goes from strength to strength. Our negotiators have been working flat out to secure trade deals for the UK, and from as early as next year we have agreed to start work on a new, bespoke trade deal with Canada that will go even further in meeting the needs of our economy." Now, do you remember what people said when the UK government decided to protect the country's interests when it included those clauses in the UK Internal Market Bill? Clauses that protect our internal market from undue influence from Brussels. Yes, the Europhiles went off like it was November the 5th and declared that the UK was now a pariah state that no one would ever sign a trade deal with ever again. Well, that lasted the test of time, didn't it? And it takes a lot of wind out of the sails of those puffed-up lords of the realm who pompously voted those internal market bill clauses down. But we are still £1 billion plus interest worse off than maybe we need to be. But the Europhiles will insist that this is the right thing to do, just like they said those internal market bill clauses were the wrong thing to do. Anyway, if you want to hear more from me, please don't forget to subscribe and also press that little bell, or you won't get any notifications. And if you want to see more of me, buy a mug with my mug on it by following the link in the descriptions box below, and support me on Patreon or PayPal. So what do you think? Should we have paid the EU a borrowed £1 billion? Please share and comment, and thank you for watching.